Honestly, you could have told me about this a little sooner. Is this the reason you've been so busy lately? I apologize for this secrecy, but much of this project fell under the veil of strict confidentiality. There are some things I'm forbidden to speak of, even to my daughter. I'm sure you realize that. But Klaus must have known, right? Why was he allowed to know while I was left in the dark? Well, we're really honored to have been invited aboard. We can rest a bit easier now once we arrive in Rome. We had an Imperial escort. Indeed you can. The provincial army will have little choice but to accommodate you. This ship's the ship's purpose is to act as a deterrent to both factions as well as the Imperial Liberation Front. By doing that, we hope that the courageous will hold the whole old guard at bay long enough for something new to take root. I'm sure it will. You choose wisely and name you, Captain. Still, I assume that's not the ship's only purpose? Well, true, building airships at advantage seems excessive if all you're going to use is a deterrent. That's right, there has to be some other purpose it was made to fulfill. Very perceptive of you. I regret that I wasn't able to discuss this with you properly when you were in the ground last month. But I'm proud to see just how much you've grown since you enrolled at the academy. I have my class to thank for that. Learning alongside them has been a constant source of insights. So tell me, Reem, how's she doing? Is Laura getting along with the other students? Huh? I think she's been fitting in fine. I see, that's reassuring to hear. At times I worry that growing up in a sword-fighting household caused her to end up less well-rounded than her peers. I hope you and the others will continue looking out for her. Right. You're class 7, we don't give less than our best. Glad to hear it. What are the two of you going on about with all your whispering and your furtive glances? It's nothing you need to concern yourself with, just a little discussion between men. You needn't worry, we'll be sure to get you to your field study safely. As a student of Thor's, I expect to give you your utmost. Huh? He really does care about her. Yeah. There's Gaius. We're cruising along so smoothly that it almost feels like we're one with the wind. It's like the ship is a crimson Pegasus soaring through the sky. We're really lucky to know who we know. I can't imagine many people will ever get to experience something like this. We owe the winds and the gods, so thanks. Yeah. Okay, nobody here again. Ja, sie ist ein bisschen anders da. I think. Ah, kann ich teleportieren. Go to the junction area. Ich glaube, im 4er ist ja ein bisschen anders da als in 2 und 3. Courageous Front Deck. Boarding Gate ist zu, dürfen wir nicht rein. No, of course I have to talk to those two. Wow, the ship is amazing! We're flying faster than a bird. Take that, bird! I kinda want one. I wonder if Gramps will get me one airship if I ask him. Really nice. You can already fly around in Air Gatlam. Don't go getting greedy. The view from up here is so beautiful, I feel like I'm weightless, soaring peacefully above the clouds. You know, this actually is the first time I've ever been aboard an airship. Wow, I think I'm starting to feel a little dizzy. Is this normal? The airship we used in Corp was pretty fast, but this one's even faster. The fact that specs seem pretty high across the board. Fancy stuff. Never dull moment, plus 7, I guess. Ja, mit den beiden reden wir später. Wie weil sie rot haben. Come on, nobody wants to see dudes saying it's all about the ladies. Besides, if we make the outfits skimpy enough, guys will be breaking down the doors to get in. Are you three working out what to do for our concert? Yeah, we've got the general gist of it figured out now, but let me ask you, Reen, would you prefer male or female vocals? It's a really important question too, since it'll change the audience we draw. That's a tough decision. Why don't we try both then? You know what? That'd be perfect. Yeah, I really like the idea. The 2 songs would be the perfect length too. Rehearsing it'll be a tougher, but I think we should do it. It lets us use both plans too. You won't see me complaining. Seems really excited for this. Your ideas have all the subtlety of a sledgehammer. You realize that this will put us in a direct competition for Class 1, correct? Well, we'll need to do something with a degree of class now to take them on. No, we don't have to. Look, sporting gate. Rear deck. And supply. Ooh, shop. Hi. I already have everything I want. Okay, bye-bye. Your deck. Okay, Sarantova. nehmen wir auch gleich. Aufzug. Hold. Hanger. Okay, das sind those two. Nee, ist hier nicht. Gut, dann reden wir mit Elisa und Sharon. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. I had no idea the Rainford Company... I had no idea the Rainford Company was involved in developing something on this scale all this time. Then I found out it was a collaboration with the Epstein Foundation and CCF. And on top of that, she's got her hands on the development of our AUKUS units too. It's way too much work for one person. How many projects does Mother have under her wing right now? Well, I'm afraid I can't give us a simple answer to that, but suffice to say the chairman only knows about a small number of the projects in development by the Rainford Group. Maybe the directors have... Oh, I knew it. Oh, hello, Master Reen. Sorry, am I interrupting something? No, it's okay. Have you finished exploring the airship? I expect it'll be a while longer before we reach Roar. Finished? I don't even think I've seen half of it yet. It's kind of overwhelming. I'm looking forward to landing in Roar, though. It's been a while since I've seen an industrial metropolis. It's not too far from my hometown, so I'd always hear about it in passing. Oh, that's right. You're from Ymir, so I guess you would then. You want a little refresher? I can bring you up to speed on all things Roar. Sure, why not? Roar used to be a factory town, but it grew into a hotspot for technology as a result of its steel and heavy industry. The population is around 200,000, and since the city is in the Nortia province, it's under Marquis Rockman's jurisdiction. Ah, that's right. I'll still find it kind of wild that Angelica is his daughter. You know, last time I visited, it feels like the whole city was a man-made. Trees and grass were rare sight. It made it kind of hard to tell how large the city really is. Well, the city itself is basically one giant structure divided into several levels. It's been expanded so many times that even long-time residents occasionally wind up in places they don't recognize. Why, I've lost count of the number of times I've had to go pick up Lady Elisa when she lost her way. That was when I was a kid. Don't say it like it still happens. Really, it was a long time ago. Something tells me we're looking at the not quite so distant past. Anyway, north of Roar is the Saxon iron mine. The iron mine there makes its way to most of the Rainford Group's products in some form or other. The amount of ore they get from just that one mine is immense. The Empire would be a different place today without it. I don't doubt it. Even our textbooks mention the Saxon mine. It's been vital to the Empire since back before the Oval Revolution. In the center of Roar, you can't miss the Rainford Group's corporate headquarters, which is also basically my house. Honestly, I was hoping I wouldn't have to go back anytime soon. At least so. I guess there's no point in moping about it. We've yet to have a field study that didn't spiral into some sort of hectic adventure, but I'm ready if you are. We'll just take it as it comes. I'll be wishing you all the best. Yeah. Gut. Dann sprechen wir mit No, das ist der Engine Room. Da ist der Ding. Sprechen wir mit Toval und Sarah und dann mit Olivier und Mueller. I love them. I love them both. Front deck. Rear deck. Rear deck. Miau. Da müssen wir raus. Hi Toval. Hi Sarah.
Instructor Sarah? Toval? What are you guys doing out here?
Oh, just a little bracer-to-bracer information swapping.
That's about the long and short of it. Been a while since I saw you guys, though. Not since last month in Legram.
Yeah, always nice to see a friendly face, though.
Well, despite keeping in touch with him and setting up these arrangements, it came as a surprise to me to see him on board, too.
Clearly, it was meant to be. Honestly, I was only brought on because of my connection with Viscount Arcade.
This airship really is in a class all its own, though. It's not every day you see a ship owned by the Imperial family and captained by the Radiant Blade Master.
This cruiser has the potential to be an important force in Erebonia going forward. Without ties to the Imperial or Provincial armies, it can potentially keep both of them in check if need be. It might not be able to do that quite as well as a strong guild presence could, but it'll still help protect a lot of people.
That's true. It still frustrates me how the guild used to be an institution here, and now we're just barely keeping the lights on. At least the Crossbell branch sends its people over to help us out when we need a hand, though.
Wenzel's one thing, but we owe McLean so many favors I've lost count.
Yeah.
McLean? Wait, are you talking about...
Oh, yeah, I guess you would have heard of him. He's an A-rank bracer over at the Crossbell branch. A guy we used to work with named Wenzel works there now too. Wait, maybe we should back it up a bit.
The guy we're talking about is Arios McLean, aka the Divine Blade of Wind. The name probably sounds familiar to you because he's also a practitioner of the 8 Leaves 1 Blade style.
Yeah, and he was an evil overlord right now.
Yeah, that's who I was thinking of. I've never met him myself, but I heard a lot about him from my master.
He's still scheming with Maria Bell right now.
He mastered the school's second form. It sounds about as untouchable as anyone who holds the title of Divine Blade.
Well, he's pretty damn strong, I'll give you that. Bailed me out of more tough spots than I'd like to admit. Speaking of, you know who else is a student of the 8 Leaves School? Cassius Bright. We were talking about him before, remember? He's the bracer who took command during that big incident 2 years ago. Though from what I heard, he left the way of the sword behind a while back.
But he put it back on. Weil er jetzt wieder in der Armee ist. Das wissen wir. Er hat sie nur abgelegt, weil wegen dem 100-Tage-Krieg. Und jetzt, da die Sache vorbei ist mit der Gospel, ist er wieder in der Armee.
Cassius Bright was here in Erebonia. Wait, 2 years ago.
Ja, als Campaniella alle in Flammen gesetzt hat.
It was an eventful time, to put it lightly.
Yeah.
And yeah, we have Cassius to thank for getting us past that. But afterward, well, you know the story from there. They shuttered guild branches all across the Empire, one after the other, and your dear, sweet instructor was out of a job.
I'd be glad to give you all the grisly details, but it's a long story. We should probably save it for another time. But hey, the guild seems to have a good track record with folks from the 8 Leaves School. Maybe you should consider a career as a bracer. Door's always open, you know?
Me? A bracer? Huh. I'd never really thought about it before.
Hey, there's enough of us singing the Bracer blues without you trying to recruit my students.
Never hurts to start them early. Seriously though, we're always looking for more good people. If that's something you wanted to do, I wouldn't turn you down.
I'll give it some thought.
Yeah. But we're not becoming bracers. He's always headhunting us. Reen specifically. No matter the game, he's always hounding Reen. Become a bracer, please. I want a
At
bracer.
long last, the courageous has finally taken to the skies of Erebonia. I feel like a mother hen watching her chicks leave the nest.
I'll take your word for it.
This may sound a bit forward of me to say, but it sounds like you had some hurdles getting this project together.
It was no easy ride, I'll say that.
I doubt it would have come together without the prince's unwavering dedication and tireless work. He had to find the time to raise funds and oversee the entire project, in addition to all his official duties.
So he finally started his official duties.
And to add to that, he had to take care of all the arrangements necessary to get Viscount Arcade installed as its captain.
I can't even imagine how busy your schedule must have been. Even from a student's perspective, it sounds brutal.
Well, for this ship to have any weight as a deterrent, I needed the Viscount. Thankfully, he agreed to my request. My plan is to create a neutral third power capable of acting independently of our nation's 2 competing factions. You can think of the Courageous as the first physical embodiment of that ideal.
A third party, huh? I feel like I'm starting to understand at least part of what it is you're trying to accomplish.
The road will be a difficult one, though.
True, but this is only the beginning. Seeing this ship soar through the clouds for the first time moves my heart. Just as when Class 7 was formally established, I look forward to seeing what the future holds for the courageous. And for the brave men and women of your class.
Your Highness.
We live in interesting times. The political situation across the Empire seems to grow more ominous by the day. But, with any luck, making a real show out of this ship's launch will push back against the prevailing climate.
Well, that's the hope at least. Either way, you'll have your whole life to split hairs about politics. For now, give your attention to your field study.
Thank you. I know you have high expectations for us, and I hope we'll be able to meet them.
Yes. Now we talk to everyone.
Attention all crew members and passengers. We will soon be entering Ruhr airspace. Please prepare for landing, and make sure you have all personal effects with you before disembarking.
Okay.
Sounds like we're almost there. That was a shorter flight than I'd expected. Guess I'd better go round up the others and start getting ready.
Yeah.
Ruhr Airport's granted us permission to land.
Commence landing preparations, and keep the engine warm. We'll be taking off again right after our guests have disembarked.
Aye, aye, Captain. Preparing the Courageous to land.
Including today, you've got 3 days for this monster study. Make 'em count, guys. I plan on it. We'll do the best we can. You guys be careful on orders, okay? Yeah, it sounds like things could get dangerous there. And don't sweat it, we'll be fine. We ought to be alright if for certain someone can keep her mouth shut. Take care, everyone. Will do. When we get back, we'll be jumping straight into the festival prep. Hope you're ready to discover the true trail planning by committee. Oh, that's right. The very thing that's happening so far today, I almost forgot about that. We'll have the songs and outfits finalized by the time we get back. And we should have the positions all figured out too. Let's try to save at least a bit of strength. It'd be a shame to come back to tight to outdo class 1. I think we finished to find the energy. That's all the more reason for us to return safe and sound. And the spirit and joys of youth. I'm sure both of your field studies and the Academy Festival will prove valuable experience for all of you. Work hard there, guys, but not too hard, you hear? May the goddess go with you. Take care. We will. Courageous touched on at the massive airport where we parted ways with the member of Group B. We were safely on the ground and wasted no time taking to the skies again, ferrying the others west to orders. Rob was amazed in every direction, but Sharon guided us to the Rainfield corporate headquarters without missing a step. Tunnel goes on forever. I can't help but recall trying to navigate Garrelia Fortress. I guess when you build it with tons of iron and concrete, everything starts to look pretty similar. Yeah. We're not far from the city center now. You might want to brace yourself. Raw hasn't even been out in the capital. It's my hometown you're talking about, but I can't deny it's true. Looks like we're finally out. Looks like it's ice a little bit. Whoa. City extends above and below. Well, Roar grew up around steel fabrication and heavy industry. That's how it came to be known as the Empire's industrial metropolis. You were right, it is weird. It's got a population of around 200,000 people too. That's as big as the capital of a smaller country. I feel like the city's gotten even bigger since the last time I was here. The Rheinfeld corporate headquarters is on the upper level, right? That's right, if you'd like to visit, just head up the escalator.
Allow me to welcome you to Ruhr, home of the Rheinfeld Company. I sincerely hope that your field study here will be a fulfilling one.
Ja, hast du schon? Okay, kann sein, dass er dann erst abends hat. Oder halt dann später. You should start by going to the Rainford corporate headquarters on the upper level of the city. Once you ride the escalator up, it should be straight ahead of you. Oh, ich wollte shoppen. Okay. Okay, das andere Buch noch später. Okay. Since he doesn't want to give me. Oh, moving staircase. What did you say? Call it escalators? Right, the first one was built in size. Exactly. Then the technicians here decided they tried to build one too. Guess they just want to show off a little, huh? Like kids, I swear. Oh, look at that. What is that? That's an awfully strange shape for a building. Wait, that's not even building, is it? Nice catch, Reem. That's actually an oil generator. But it's so big. Roar has so many factories and industrial facilities that the cities use an enormous amount of orbital energy. Having large generators that send energy where it's needed is more efficient than each factory producing its own energy. That's quite a setup. Technology really come a long way in such a short time. Whoa! I've seen the building in pictures, but it's even more commanding in person. Guess you wouldn't expect any less from Rainfort's corporate HQ. I couldn't believe my eyes the first time I saw it either. It's a big building, sure, though not as big as Orcus Tower and Crossbow. It's a 40-floor skyscraper, the tallest on the continent now, I think. Oh, that's the tower we could see from Garrelia Fortress, right? Yeah, that's where they were holding the trade conference last month. No need to be so modest, Elisa. It's your family's digs, no one's gonna mind if you talk it up a bit. I'm not trying to. Well, shall we go inside? Ja, wieder runtergehen.
Master Reen, please don't cause too much trouble. Let's make our way to the Rhineford headquarters.
Right, of course. Why is she singling me out?
Because reasons. Und?
Master Reen?
I'm sorry. That'll give me nightmares.
Sweet dreams.
Just wanted to show this. There's a tank! Oh, it's just as fancy on the inside. At least scales most of machine Rainforts make. Yep, we'll tell you more about it later if you're interested. Lady Elisa! Hello, Dalton. It's good to see you again. Oh, the pleasure's on mine. It's been 6 months since you've been home. I'd heard you were attending a military academy in the outskirts of the capital. But looks like you finally decided to come back and visit the old homestead. Yeah, here I am. We'll be staying for the next 3 days. I see, that's wonderful news. Keep taking good care of her, Sharon. I certainly will. Well, it's one thing to hear about it, but I know what you mean. Kind of brings home the fact that she's a Rhinefort. Let's just get going, okay? Allow me to show you to the chairman's office. We'll be going up to the 23rd floor. Oh, ich wollte nicht das Ding angucken. Das war der Cruiser, auf dem Kevin war. Im Dreier am Anfang. Nee. Excuse me, Madam Chairman. I've brought the ladies and gentlemen of Class 7. Bring them in, as you wish. Wow, you can tell the buck stops here. That's one hell of a view.
So it looks like the Courageous' inaugural flyover in Heimdall and Ruhr was a success. But don't release an official statement until tomorrow. Yes, that'll be fine. Yes, I'd like you to begin as soon as possible, and keep a careful eye out for any insider trading. Hello, Irina Reinford speaking. Yes, I understand. Fast-track the construction on the special train if you can. No, pay it no mind. I doubt Crossbell-related shares rising is indicative of a larger market trend, but sell them all early next month. Timing is key here.
Wow. She's like a commander issuing orders across multiple fronts. Yeah, it's impressive to see Toa do it, but Mrs. Reinford seems to have it down to a science.
She's a general on the battlefield of business.
Get out.
Ah, right. We all have other matters we need to attend to, so I'll get right to the point. Here.
What?
Thank you.
Just ignore Lisa.
I've cleared my schedule to dine with you this evening, so anything you wish to discuss can wait until then. I'll leave the rest to you, Sharon.
As you wish, Madam Chairman. When do you expect to return this evening?
I'm planning on 7. Have our guests enjoy a night cruise, if you will.
That sounds splendid. I'll make the necessary arrangements.
That's it? That's all you have to say? I don't care if you ignore me, that's nothing new, but my classmates are here and you're on our board of directors. Would it kill you to show at least a little interest?
Elisa.
Whoa, Elisa, it's okay. You don't need to get worked up for our sake.
Oh, I almost forgot to mention.
Huh?
If you want to return in one piece, I'd suggest you steer clear of the provincial army and the railway military police. The same goes for the Marquis's mansion, though I can't imagine what business would take you there. Use common sense, and don't try to overstep your bounds. That'll be all.
Okay.
Have a safe trip, Madam Chairman.
Wow, your mom's a real piece of work, Elisa.
The army only wishes it was that efficient.
Yeah.
She certainly has the mettle to head up an international company like this, to say the least.
See? You see why I didn't want to come back now? You can't tell me that gave you a great impression of her.
I think you're being a little hard on her.
She was looking out for our safety, giving us that advice.
Just forget it. Getting all worked up and storming off in a huff is what she wants me to do, and I'm not going to give her the satisfaction.
Okay.
We'll be back before sundown, Sharon. I'd like you to have the guest rooms and dinner preparations sorted by then. Oh, and see to our luggage, would you?
As you wish. Have a safe trip, everyone.
Okay. You know, I'm all in favor of jumping right into our field study tasks. Was it really okay to just dump all our luggage on Sharon? I was wondering the same thing, all our luggage together was quite a theft. It's Sharon, she'll be fine. Honestly, can you imagine her breaking a sweat carrying suitcases? I can't. You've got a point. She'll probably carry them all in one go. Well, looking after guests does seem to be her specialty. Exactly. Anyway, let's see what kinds of things we've got lined up for us this trip. Alright. Mining a minor metal. Can you hear me now? Spina birope monster. Come on, to break angeln. Study areas to find a total suck arrays around Roar. Each student must record his or her activities daily to be permitted to destruct upon request. It looks like she hit the sweet spot of the challenge factor. Again, reminds me of Marcus instead. Bah, can't really deny it. I'll bet she's so sure she's got us pegged. She probably thinks we won't be able to finish all of these. But you watch. We finish up every last one before this evening. That'll show her. That's the spirit. Anyway, it's only 11:30 now, so we've got plenty of time before sundown. We've definitely got the hang of this whole field study thing by now, so let's show Roar some class time in spirit. Right. Genau, wo ist das Modell? Genau, die Lusitania. Da. So, okay, das ist dann fast doing. Okay. Die Secret Quest ist...
Right.
After completing the required quest. Nachdem ich dann die Reinford... Okay, das ist nach der Main Quest. Nachdem wir die Main Quest abgegeben haben und aus dem Gebäude wieder gekommen sind. Gut. Gut. Kapitel 13 ist dann am nächsten Tag und das andere ist dann, ich denke mal heute Abend, wenn ich auch die Quest mache. Wahrscheinlich. Okay. Aber zuerst einkaufen, weil... Nein? Genau. Cornelia Reprint. Damit hätten wir alle Cornelia Reprints. Die muss ich dann Beryl geben. Und dann krieg ich das Material für die beste Waffe im Spiel. Okay, dann machen wir uns zuerst das Spina Byroad auf. weil da auch geangelt werden muss, gell? Ah, und... okay, Saxon Mountain Tour. Kann ich zum Saxon Mountain gehen? Nein. Wahrscheinlich dann erst morgen. Gut, dann gehen wir zur Spina By Road, machen da die Quest, tun da auch Angeln. Dann machen wir die Underquest, dann machen wir die Hauptquest, dann machen wir die geheime Quest und dann sehen wir schon weiter. Okay, die Hauptquest haben sie rausgeschmissen. Die nicht von Anfang an drin sind, die ich reingegeben habe. Na gut, dann würde ich auch sagen, was ist heute mit dem Let's Play The Legend of Heroes Trails of Cold Steel. Und wir sehen uns dann beim nächsten Mal. Bis dann, Leute. Ciao.